Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It is Big Fat Diary Day. It's not going to be a great week this week. I have done my way in. I wasn't expecting great shakes because I'd been a bit under the weather with this virus, which is now finally on the way out. So I haven't kept up with my exercise. I had 2 lunches out last week. And a lunch over at times. We always try and do something. We try and be reasonably healthy there, but I probably do have more than I would normally have. I mean, to be fair to myself, on the first lunch out, it was an occasion where normally there would be there was some lovely wine on the table, really nice wine on the table. It was the food was amazing. I decided to just have whatever I wanted food-wise and really enjoy it, and I did enjoy every mouthful. I didn't allow myself to have any wine at all. I had a gin and tonic and made it last through the whole meal. Comment was made. People did notice the difference. So yeah, combination of things. I also last week got out of the habit because it's difficult to you don't know what the calorie count is on things you're having in a restaurant. It's difficult to track things. I got out of the habit of that. I stopped tracking properly during the week, and that makes a massive difference. Definitely helps me to stay focused if I track everything I eat and drink. So this week I need to get back into that and back getting more exercise again. More. I don't want to call it exercise. Getting more active again. So I wasn't expecting great shakes. I had told myself that if I could just stay the same and not have put any weight on, that would be marvellous. Well, as it turns out, I've lost like 1/4 pound. I haven't got I haven't recorded. I'm not going to put in the recording of me on the scales because I realised that I got on the scales straight after my shower. You could see my reflection in the scales, and it wasn't a pretty sight. I wouldn't inflict that on you. So, but you'll have to take my word for it. So the scales read 11 stone 6.4 pounds. So I'm going to round that up and call it 11 stone 6.5. Because last week I rounded it down. I think it was 11 6.8, and I called it 6 3/4. So it's even. In fact, if you take that into account, maybe I've lost £0.5 pound, not £0.25 pound this week. I'm delighted just not to have put anything on. Unfortunately, it's great. I have got 2 treats coming up again this week. It's that time of year, isn't it? So it's John's birthday on Saturday. We're going to go out for lunch on Friday. We're going to the Giggling Squid, and they do a calorie count there on the menu, so that'll help. And I can avoid the wine again. And then on Sunday we've got a party where I know the food will be lovely. I know that the food is always lovely, these friends we're going to. Again, I can lay off the wine, so that'll make some difference. And I just had to accept that, maybe if I up my exercise a bit. I just couldn't do that last week. I'd intended to balance things out a bit, but I just was feeling under the weather still. Sometimes these viruses knock you for 6 for quite a while, don't they? But I'm feeling better now, so let's go onto the website and put that, not website, app, whatever it is, I don't know, and put that reading in and see where I am. So here's the website. Recipe of the week is a cheese and tomato bruschetta, which sounds lovely. Oh, exercise of the day. It doesn't tell you what it is. It usually tells you what it is. 10 ways to burn 100 calories on holiday. That's interesting. Should we have a quick look? Daily jog for 10 minutes. Walking knee deep in water for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's hard work, isn't it? It's like walking through tall grass. It's quite hard work as well. Walking on sand dunes. Yeah. Walking on sand uses 20 to 50% more calories than a similar walk on a hard surface. Hire a bike and cycle for 12 minutes. Daily swim for 12 minutes. Aqua aerobics, 14 minutes. Daily power walk, 14 minutes. It's amazing. You can burn 100 calories in like a quarter of an hour. It's pretty good. Dance in the disco. That's maybe the one I'd go for. Play games on the beach. Go sightseeing for 25 minutes. Let's go into the weight tracker. And you can see here, here's my, I'll put the new weight in and then we'll have a look at the results. It's so gratifying to see the orange. The BMI is in orange, not red now, because I want it to be in green, but And they put it in green when you've lost as well. There was that 1 week where I stayed the same. Or at least it'll show a slight loss this week. Okay, let's put this weight in. I should really have put this in yesterday, but so 11, and I'm going to call that 6.5. There we go. So I'm actually slightly under the half. I'm rounding it up this time. There we go. £1/4, look, £1/4 lost. So my BMI is still 29.4. That £1/4 isn't enough to make a difference to that. And if I go, I'm going to put lifetime here because I know over the 3 months you can see this steady downward trend here, which is nice. I'm 47% there. My target weight is 9 stone 10. I'll put in here what that target weight is in pounds and in kilos. And my actual weight at the moment is 11 stone 6.5. I'll put that here in pounds and kilos, so you know. So what I think I'll do, let's come back up here again. What I think I might do is when I get that, so it's saying I'm 47% there. When it says I'm 50% there, to that i.e. to my target, I'll do a little montage of my twirls so far. So here's the twirl for today. And I always feel like you can't see a lot of difference. As Jen did point out to me, I'm wearing quite loose tops. You know, maybe if I put something more fitted on, you would see more of a difference. I think maybe once I'm 50% there, I'll do a montage of my twirls, and maybe I'll start wearing something a little bit more fitted. I just live and die in these baggy tops because of how I feel about myself, really. Maybe once I hit that 50% thing, I might be brave and wear something a bit less voluminous. Do you dare me? Okay, well that's it for today. I've gone on longer than I intended to already. Not a lot to say this week. It's pretty much what I expected, and to be honest, I'm filled to bits that I can go out and have a couple of slap up lunches and not put any weight back on, because that kind of bodes well for in the future when I hit my target and I have to learn how to maintain it and not steadily pile it back on again, you know. The other thing I did this week, because I just didn't feel up to upping my activity, like I said, still feeling quite wiped out. Maybe if I'd forced myself to get out, it might have made me feel better, but I don't know. Sometimes sometimes you do just need to rest to let these viruses sort themselves out, don't you? But the other thing I did this week that wasn't really a very sensible thing to do, to be honest, was at least 2 of the days, maybe 3 of the days, I didn't eat anything at all until dinner time in the evening. I don't tend to want breakfast, so I've gotten into the habit of having kind of a brunch, lunch, and have something light, and then my main meal is in the evening. That just works for me. So there were a couple of days after I'd had the treat lunches where, we had the first treat lunch was on Sunday. I didn't really eat anything on Monday until the evening, and then the second lunch out was Tuesday, and I didn't really eat anything on Wednesday until the evening. And then when I went to Tom's on Friday, I didn't eat anything at all till we had lunch. I always have lunch at Tom's. That's my main meal of the day on Tom days. And that was we didn't get around to it till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I was feeling a bit wobbly by then, so that is not a sensible thing to do. I think in my mind I was thinking I was making up for the overindulgence of the days before, but what would have been better would have been to, maybe rein it in a little bit, but just up my activity to kind of make up for it a bit, you know. So that's not a sensible thing to do, really, and I don't want to get into the habit of doing that. So yeah, onwards and upwards. I'll carry on. I'll try and get back on track. I'll be tracking everything. I'll be recording everything I eat and drink now for the rest of the week, and I will be getting my exercise I'll be getting my walk in every day, getting back to doing my Beat Saber again, because that burns. I can burn through about 350 calories in an hour doing that. So, and it's fun. I enjoy it. Okay, anyway, enough waffle on. You don't need to hear that. Maybe if I can do that this week, then the little treat lunches that I'm going to have before next week's weigh-in won't have such an impact. Fingers crossed. Okay, thank you ever so much again for all of your support. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It just makes a massive difference. And good luck to everybody who's also on this journey with me. Thank you for keeping me posted and sharing your stories with me. I really appreciate that as well. I just think it's lovely that we can all support and encourage each other. That's brilliant. I will leave my link tree in the description box so you can find your way to the Discord community from there, and there is a big fat diary room in there. I don't tend to share all of this in the Facebook group because that's specifically arts and crafts, whereas in Discord we talk about other things as well, and we can have special rooms for certain things. So so if you'd like to share your story or any tips and ideas or pictures, whatever you like can go in that big fat diary room. That's it. Thank you very much for joining me today, and have a great week, and I will see you again next time. Bye. I'm gonna go do something crafty now. Start another thrift flip.